Well, welcome everyone. Good to have you along here again at Business Owners Smashing It Online. Yes, I know it's supposed to be Tuesday, but it is Wednesday because my daughter had her formal last night. So, as a dad, I could not afford to miss that, could I? Because I'd never lived that down for the rest of my life. So tonight is all about web hosting, how to get the best out of your website, and some pretty cool tools that are available on a web host like Kinetic. So we've got Tim Butler waiting in the wings at the moment, and I'll introduce him shortly. He's in from Kinetics, which is a web hosting firm. They specialize in WordPress. So if you've got a WordPress website, you definitely want to pay attention to this because it'll really help you get the most out of your site from a technical perspective. So, but before we do get cracking, for those that don't know me, my name's Nick Cree. I'm your host for this evening. This is a webinar for business owners, entrepreneurs, anyone that's got an online presence that wants to make the most of it during these interesting and fascinating times that we've got at the moment. So I suspect that over the next 12 months, we're going to see an absolute growth in what people are doing online. This last year has been insane. So there are a lot more people that are seeing that the online world is not just well, I should get around to that sort of thing. It's one of those things you must do because so many people are used to this online space now. So it's not going away, it's only growing. So tonight really is about to helping you to grapple and grasp some of the things that are really going to help you online. But before we do kick off, let's have a look and see who is in the room. I can see some familiar faces, I can see some new faces. So maybe if let's unmute yourself. So one at a time, not all at once. Unmute yourself. Tell us who you are, what your business is, and what is it that you're hoping to get out of tonight. So your name, business, what do you want to get out of tonight? So who's going to kick us off first off? Who's the brave soul? I can see everybody now just looking away.
I'm happy.
Hey Nick.
Hello, who is this? Kathy, is it?
Yeah, hey Nick, how are you?
Hey, Kathy, how you going?
Good, good. I thought I'd go first.
Awesome. It's always
Don't
good to
mind
have
me.
someone going first because it means someone can go second.
Awesome, awesome. So, Kathy King, I have a business called Vault Valuations. I'm a jewelry valuer, and I have a very basic website, and it is actually in WordPress, and I have no idea how to do anything to it. So, I'm hoping to get lots out of tonight, and also how to further develop my website.
Fantastic. Excellent. All right, we'll be able to help you with some of that tonight because tonight really is about WordPress and it's about the hosting and optimization side of things. So glad to see you, Kathy. Well, I can't actually see you because you haven't got your camera on, but it's good to have you here. All right, who else we got here tonight? Hey, Ron, how are you?
Hey Nick, I'm great, thank you very much. And here, Ron Biswick, and we've just been working on creating a new website in WordPress. So I've been down a lot of rabbit holes over the last week and a bit. So looking forward to learning a lot more tonight. So we've just also been fine-tuning our avatars and our offering is what we focus on is helping those over 50s to live a rich, happy and meaningful life and really being inspired and excited about the years that are ahead and that understanding that their best is yet to come.
Awesome. Every time I listen to you, Ron, you just make me realize there's hope for me yet, being in my mid-50s. Excellent. Good to have you along.
There's hope for everybody.
Yeah. All right. Hello, Victoria. How are you? Been a while since I've seen you. Here we go.
I know, because Tuesday nights is such a bad night for me. But anyway, I'm really keen to hear what's going on tonight because I'm in now my fourth website, and yet again, it's driving me to distraction. And yet again, the person that's doing it is, not finishing it in the time that I need it finished. And trying to find other people to finish it is a nightmare. And getting other people from who actually you introduced me to previously for advertising on this site, offering to fix the issues that I've got, but telling me that because I've got a custom theme, they said it's a waste of their time. They'd rather redo it. And I'm like, that's the 6th time then I'm tearing my hair out. And it seems that a lot of people now are using Elementor with WordPress. So I want to find out if really, do I need to pay for a whole new website just to have some Elementor thing and that looks like another Canva, put together to me. So I want to know if any of those questions are answered.
Oh,
basically.
Right. Well, there are a whole lot of questions in that, and yes, that is not an unfamiliar thing where there are many sort of iterations of a website, and that people that are building them have different ways and methods and whatever with it as well too. So some of those questions we'll be able to answer for you tonight, but some of those are also a good topic for another session. So I think we can bring some of that back again as well too. But good to see you, and hopefully we'll get to answer some of your questions tonight. All right, who we got? Hey, Peter, how are you going?
Hi, Nick. Thank you. If I disappear, everybody, my sincere apologies, because we're hit by a huge storm here in Thailand. I'm looking forward to hearing you, Tim. I've got a WordPress website, and the thing that scares me more than anything else is being hacked, to be quite frank. I put a lot of work into it. There's more than 1,000 pages on there. So I'm really looking forward to hear what you have to say. And my role, by the way, I forgot all that bit. My role is to work with solopreneurs to help them get more clients without trying to be sleazy and salesy. That's what I do with a passion. Thanks, Nick.
Awesome, excellent. Hopefully those storms hold off and we can keep you here for the whole night.
Thank you.
All right, time for a couple more. Who else we got here? Just put up your hand.
How are you, mate?
Yourself.
It's Con, how are you, mate? Look, I've been here for a while, mate. Sorry about that. Tuesdays, you changed the times. Your Melbourne Cup got in the way.
I know.
Yeah. Oh, mate. I'm here, to all due respect to the speaker, I'm here for the best part of the night, which is your cool apps. I love that. I watch it on YouTube. I watch it again and again. That's the best part of the night, and all due respect to Tim and the speaker. I haven't got a website. I've been thinking about getting one. I want to know tonight, can I dump Squarespace? Or can I dump Wix? Or can I dump GoDaddy? And should I be doing a WordPress? I hear WordPress is a lot of work. When you're someone like me, I bought every book under the sun on WordPress, never got to read them, never got to do it. So maybe that's something for me in the future. I usually use social media, and that's where what I do. I work with people to help them leverage their LinkedIn profiles to create brand awareness and to get more opportunities. That's Con. Thanks, Nick. Love your show, mate.
Awesome. Thanks, Con. Good to see you again. You're the LinkedIn man, so I'm always seeing you there on LinkedIn, and thanks for all your comments. All right, time for one more. Very last. Who's going to be our very last one before we get kicked off?
Hi. Yeah.
Hey,
my
Dot,
name's
how are you
Dot
going?
Weatherman. I'm very good.
Awesome.
I'm based in Brisbane. I was overseas for quite some time in Australia and overseas, but I'm back in Australia permanently now. I actually have 4 businesses.
4?
I don't have a life. So primarily I work as a consultant. I specialise in transport and logistics, so I'm a consultant in that area. I'm also a quality assurance auditor, environmental and safety management auditor as well. I have got 38 websites, which are currently sitting doing pretty much nothing because I'm very naughty. And I am also in the process of building 3 directory sites using Listing Pro. So I've got a little bit of an idea about, where I'm going, but I need to sort of nail it down to which one I want to focus on primarily over the next 12 months.
Awesome. Well, that sounds like sort of some good decisions. Sort of 38 websites, 4 businesses, and another one on the go.
Yeah.
That's great. Well, there's no better time to be doing that than right now. Sort of, when so many people are coming online as well. So that's awesome. All right. Well, let's see what we've got on for tonight. So I'm hoping you can see the screen that says Business Owners Smashing Online. Just give us a thumbs up if you can see that. Fantastic. So we do have an agenda tonight. So I'll run through some cool online tools that I've discovered over the the past 7 days. Then we've got Tim here from Kinetics. He'll be talking about our main presentation, which is really leveraging WordPress Toolkit and a whole lot of information about how to leverage some of the tools that are on the server. We'll have time for questions and answers. There is a prize draw. In fact, the prize draw tonight is pretty awesome. It's worth about $800 and it lasts your whole 12 months. So as ever, to be in the draw, you need to be here right to the very end, and we've got a special way of drawing that as well before we talk about the next event and close off. But just right for now, love you to check in. So if you're on LinkedIn, Facebook, TikTok, Snapchat, Instagram, whatever is your social media platform of choice, please go and check in. Let people know that you're here. Feel free to take a photo of the screen of me, tag me in, tags of Tim in. If there's a friend here that you're with as well, tag them in as well too. And the reason why we do check in is it helps us to get the word out to other people, as some of you probably know and have probably found that organic reach on some of these social media platforms is just getting harder and harder and harder. So it's always good if we've got other people sharing it out and spreading the word, but also it helps you to build your digital profile as well, because as people are looking for you online, generally they'll come and stalk you. They'll have a look at your profile. You know, if you've made a comment on another group or a page, or you posted something there, they'll come and find out who you are, and often they'll go through and have a look at, you know, the books you read, the movies you look at, and also you know, cafes you attend, and sometimes the events that you go to. So so it's good to help build your professional digital profile. So I've just got Facebook up here, but you'll know how to do it on your own platforms. Whichever one is your choice is fine. But on Facebook, you just tap on the area where you'd normally create a post. You'll get a menu pop up from the bottom. One of the items in there says check in. So you tap on that and it will bring up a list of events probably close to you. So you may or may not see Business Owners SmashGo online, but if you search for that, it'll come up. Tap on that and feel free to add an image, tag me in, and add your location, anything, so a bit of text, anything you like. So if you do that, that would be awesome. All right, well, let's have a look at our cool online tools that we've got for today. All right, so hopefully with this new sort of Zoom thing, you can see my screen there that says Honey Mailer. Oh, sorry, Anony Mailer on the top left. Can you see that? Just give me a thumbs up to let me know you can see my browser screen. Yeah, awesome. All right, so this one here is not teaching you how to hack. And since Peter mentioned that one of the things is that he is terrified of most is hacking, well, this one's not quite a hack. This one is from someone who, actually from on LinkedIn, who was talking about security, and it was really to demonstrate how easy it is to spoof emails, which means to send an email to someone and make it look as if it's coming from somebody else. So that's what email spoofings are called. It's very easy, and there are websites online that can do it. So these ones here, this sort of says, you know, there's a fake prank email sort of thing. So I'm not encouraging you to go and sort of send out a whole lot of spoofing emails, but I just want you to know how easy it is to do, and for you to wonder how, you know, you get emails that are sound like they're from Donald Trump, but they're not. So this site here is called anonymailer.net. There's a few of them around, and you can create an email and send it off to someone as if you're someone else. So I'm gonna send an email to myself from Donald Trump. From POTUS@whitehouse.com. Yes, I know it's probably a bit dated because he's no longer in the White House. And we'll send it to my email, and we get subject line we're going to put is I want you on The Apprentice. So again, he's probably not running that show at the moment, although he might be running short of cash and might be ready to get on it again. So then you can put a message in there which says, hi Nick, have you thought about this? Donald. All right. So, and I can't spell his name, but let's just try that. All right. So that's it. So that's your email gone, and then you just jot in the code here to, interestingly enough, to prevent spam. So, and then we hit submit, and that there has now sent, I think that sent an email. What's that? Click the checkbox. I'm not, oh, sorry. There's a checkbox there for me to check to sort of show that I'm not a robot. I don't think it got that, that spam checker properly. So let's try that again. And as ever, when you do it live, it never works. So I did try this earlier on today, and it did work. Sends an email out to your email address, and it will arrive in there as if it's from Donald Trump. So when you then look at the email address, it says it comes from POTUS at the White House, and the name in it says Donald Trump. So and there's no real way to check. You know, for a unless you're having a look into the source code of the email, which most people are not that familiar with how to do it. But there's no, it's really difficult to work out whether this is a fake email or not. So, but have a go, have a try, send an email to yourself, and this is really just to demonstrate how easy it is for people to send you fake emails as if it's from your email address. Now, there are all sorts of ways to prevent that sort of thing, which can happen if you're using a domain or using Google Mail or Gmail, I think they call it Google Workspace, or Office or Microsoft 365. They've got ways of preventing this if you set up the right, what they call DNS records, which is domain name server records. Then you can prevent some of these emails coming through, but a lot of people don't actually have those security protocols set up. So it's very easy to you know, send an email to someone as if you're someone else. So have a look at that. That's anonymailer.net. Just have a look. Send one to yourself, just really just as a demonstration as to how easy it is and how important it is to get good email security set up so these things get blocked at the pass. Now, all of these links that we talk about, these will be in chat. If you're not quite sure where chat is, if you have a look at the bottom of your screen where you're viewing this on Zoom, and you will see a speech bubble icon. Click on that. That will open up a chat box, and then to avoid you having to write all these domains down, at the end of the evening, you can download all of the, or download the chat, and then you've got all the links there to click on to go and investigate and have a look at it. So the and where you find that is at the bottom of chat, bottom right hand side are 3 little dots. If you click on those 3 little dots, you can save the chat. So don't do it now, but you know, once we've finished this segment, or at the end of the evening, you can come back and save it. All right, next one we have is this one's a color palette. Someone's asking about sort of colors and for branding, for social media, you know, for their website, and for what do they call it? Canva, when they're creating stuff in Canva. So there's an app like this, or a site like this, called icolorpalette.com, and it's a way for you to you know, create your own color palettes that with colors that actually work together. So you can see in here there are already some color palettes here that other people have generated for you to work from, and there's a whole range of them here. So you can just click the plus to add them to your collections, the ones you happen to like. But also, what you can do with these color palettes is it allows you to upload an image, and for the primary colors or the complementary colors in the image that you've uploaded to be extracted from that. So if you've got an image there that is one that is, let's say it's the hero image on your website, or you're using it for social media, or using it in Canva to create something, here's a great place to create a color palette that really works for you know, for the image that you're using. So, and you can certainly click on one of these color palettes, and then it gives you first of all the hex codes. So the hex code has got a hash sign in front of it. So that's what people would use in what they call CSS code, and many programs will use the hex code for the color. but you can also come along and change it too. So there's all sorts of ways to change it. You can see you've got a color picker here, and you can go and choose another color out of the image, so you can build up a custom color of your own. So heaps of ways to create your color palette on here. You can see if we shuffle through, it'll just give you different color combinations, and once you're finished and you've got something that's helpful, you can save it and you can download it. So if you're looking for some good color combinations, and you're like me, that sort of color impaired, then I'm more of a developer than a designer. So this is one of my go-to tools to actually make something look pretty cool when I'm good at the back end, and maybe not so much sort of doing some of the design sort of stuff. So that one there is called iColorPalette.com. All right, next one here is, this one's more of a financial app. This one's called DiviPay.com, and it's probably helpful for people that have got staff, or they've got virtual assistants, and they need to give them the ability to pay for things. So you may not want to just hand over your credit card or your bank account details for your team there to go and buy apps and tools, subscribe to services, and that type of thing online. But what you can do with DiviPay is it allows you to, once you've signed up an account, it allows you to create virtual credit cards, or virtual debit cards, I should say, and you can set limits on it, and you can then give those to your team, and or give one to each member of your team. So you might set them a budget of, I don't know, say $1,000 a month that they've got to spend on apps and tools and subscriptions, maybe education, that they've got a subscription place to go to for education. Maybe they use other tools there to help create what it is that they're doing. Maybe for marketing, could be for Facebook spend or Instagram spend on the marketing. So this way you can give them a card with a budget on it, and it's loaded up on their phone. So they're not physical cards, they're ones that are virtual cards. They can load them up on their either on their phones or just have them saved in their browser for using for your business, for specific places in your business. You as a business owner get a report of everything they've spent, and you can set it up so that they've got a recurring budget as well. So you might give them $1,000 a month, so they've got up to $1,000 to spend, and once they've spent the $1,000, they can't spend any more, but it renews for the next month. So they've got things like subscriptions or so things that have got a regular payment, and that you don't want them keeping on coming to you to sort of get the authorization to spend it. You can give them a card like this, and it allows them to have control of a budget themselves. So it's actually free to sign up an account. There is I think there's a small cost in there for each of the cards or for your staff. But you can certainly sign up an account, log in, and you can get underway with a virtual card. And probably you could use it for yourself too. So it's a good way to use it for things like, say, if you're wanting to delineate online expenses. So if you want a card there that you just use for online expenses, for recurring products that you've got or programs that you've got, and you may have another card for physical expenses if you're going for coffees or spending physically as well too. So you can have a number of cards even for you and your business as well too. So that one there is called DiviPay.com.
Nick, you can't use that in New Zealand yet, can you?
Ooh, that's a good question. I'm not sure about that, Victoria. Have you tried it? Have you?
No, but I think I heard that you couldn't yet, but they want to expand here, I think.
Okay, if you can't use it in New Zealand, there's a couple of alternative options. Let me just bring that up. One of them is called Wise, which I believe is in New Zealand.
Mm-hmm.
So wise.com. This one's wise.com is more fully featured in that you can use it as a bank account. And you can use it in multiple currencies. So, like if you're in New Zealand, Victoria, and you've got people here in Australia paying you in Aussie dollars, then you can set up virtual accounts so they can pay in Aussie dollars without having to open an overseas account. Oh, there you go. It's taking you right into my account, so you can see all of my funds. There you go. So this is one of mine, and you can see in here you can set up. Actually, I think that one's got no cards. I've got a couple of accounts in here. Let's just bring it into this one. and I will show you. Here we go, cards. Okay, and in here we've got a so digital cards here, so really easy just to create a digital card. Just get digital card, it'll create it for you, and look at that, we've got a card that's ready for use. That's how quick it took to set up a card. And then you can use it. So have a look at for that. I think that may be available in New Zealand. That if not, there is one other option, and that is called Air Wallets.
Oh, yes, I know about Air Wallets, so that's a good one, especially if you're sending money overseas, isn't it?
Yep, both Wise and Air Wallets are great for sending money overseas and for accepting money overseas without having to go through the rigmarole of setting up offshore bank accounts.
Great, thank you.
And if you've got virtual staff as well, it's a really good way to pay virtual staff, because the fees are a lot lower than using PayPal or Stripe or any of those other ones, and the exchange rate fees outstrip the banks a ton. So they're the cheapest around that you get in terms of exchange rate as well too. All right, there's a couple more, I think. Oh, there we go. We've got those being dropped into chat as well too. And the other one's Air Wallets. Let me drop that into there as well so you've got it. All right, there we go. On Wise, I think Wise, I've got a team member over in Philippines, and he's got a Wise account as well. So you can transfer from Wise to Wise, and it's almost an instantaneous transaction. So not having to wait for a day or so for it to clear. All right, next one I've got for you is all about SEO. It's one called Mangles.com. I think, by memory, Jeff Veal, who is on our call at the moment, I think he sent me this one here. So if he did, all credit to you, Jeff. Thanks very much for sending these through. If you do have called online tools and apps, I'm always into receiving those and getting suggestions to try them out as well too. But this one here has got a whole heap of SEO tools in here. It's a lot cheaper than some of the other options like Moz.com, SEMrush, and those which so probably started around that $100 US a month. This one here, tools are just as good, and pricing there starts at $29 a month. Of course, it's US dollars, so it's probably around about sort of $35, $36 for Kiwis and Aussies. But some very powerful tools to help you to improve your search engine rankings, and to also look for opportunities that you could write content on, keywords that are available for you to really try and optimize for. Helps you to track your competitors as well, so you can see what they're doing. So it allows you to spy on your competitors as well. But one of the things that I really like about this tool is, if I can find it, this one here. In the middle, there's these free learning materials. So in here, they've got a whole lot of SEO guides. So if you want to know what to do, a lot of tools out there which sort of give you the how, but there's the learning in here. It gives you a whole lot of free information about how to optimize your site, how to use things like Google Analytics, Search Console, how to use some of these SEO tools to really start to improve your search visibility and where you are in the search results. So we do have Christmas and New Year coming up, so if you're wondering what your education is over that period of time, because we won't be running Business Owners Smashing It Online over that time, I'm going to have a bit of a break. So here's a couple of places where you can go for additional education on SEO. All right, and that is Mangles.com. And the very last one I've got for you, because it is coming up to the Christmas season, how many people here like getting cards in the mail? Actual real cards, not digital cards, but real ones that come in your mailbox. So let's go and overwhelm Australia Post and New Zealand Post by sending out lots and lots of handwritten cards. I know they're already overwhelmed. I was chatting with someone the other day who works at Fast Track. I don't know who, what was it, Aramex, I think it is, whoever bought out Fast Track Couriers. This is the busiest they've ever been, I think in about 10 years. that he remembers. So you may not get them delivered on time, but let's keep them sort of on their toes. So this one here, Send Out Cards, is a great app that you can use from your phone, in fact, and you can use from your computer to send out personal messages. Now, I've had someone from the States send me cards on my birthday with Send Out Cards, and they have been outstanding. And the reason why they're outstanding is that what they've done is they've gone and got pictures of events of me off my social media profile, use that as the picture on the card, and then I've written their message on the back. So it's a handwritten message. Obviously, it's not handwritten as in they've handwritten it, but it's using a handwritten font. But the fact that they've pulled off something off social media of mine is really attention stopping, because I look at it and I picked it up out of my box and said, oh, hang on a tick, that's my photograph. Where'd that come from? Turn it over. Who's this from? And so this guy, I can tell you his name, Brian Johnson. I've never met the guy. But every year on my birthday, he sends me one of these cards. I know his name. I know he's got a multi-level marketing company. So there you go. I know something about his business, and I can Google him and find him. So it obviously works. So if you're using this with your clients as well, it is a really good tool. It's a physical thing that comes in the mail as well. In an age where the only thing that comes in mail is our brochures from supermarkets, which for some strange reason still keep sending them out.
The rates.
That's about it. What was that,
Right.
Victoria?
The rates.
Oh, the rates notices. Okay, we don't even get rates notices in the mail over here. We still get those by email now too. So yeah. All right, so there we go. That is our roundup of cool online tools for this evening. So any standouts there, or any there that will take you down the rabbit hole of procrastination and sort of help you to avoid all of those tasks that you know you should be doing? So just drop in chat your the ones that you're going to check out for tonight or tomorrow, just to make sure I'm on the right track and I'm not sort of giving you useless stuff that's not going to ever work for you. All right, what do we got? Got a vote there for eye color palette. Yep, perfect, Ron, being that you're creating your website. You probably just about finished it now, so it's probably too late for that. You have to go and do a rebuild. Send Out Cards, yeah, and DiviPay, awesome. Mangles, that'll take you down the rabbit hole. Absolutely, Ron, that'll keep you busy for sort of probably 2 months, I think. So vote there for Airwallex, Juicy SEO for me. Is that Juicy SEO? Oh, Mangles. Yeah, there we go. Juicy SEO. I think that was what it is too. So, yeah. Excellent. All right. So, we'll post these tools up on LinkedIn and Facebook. So, if you do want to sort of check them out again, we'll have the links up there again. If you want to share some of your experience using some of these tools, I'm more than happy for you to do that. Share it on Business Owners Smashing It Online Facebook page. If you're not a member of that page there, go there now, go and join it, and we'll sort of share, you can share your comments there, and we'll post those up there as well too. All right, so noisy in the background, so mute yourself. Yeah, good as gold, Soren. Might be worthwhile doing a website online security or work from home cyber security session. Absolutely, yeah. Soren here is a cyber security expert. He's got a really interesting way of looking at it, so that's a good suggestion, Soren. Let's keep in touch about that, because I'll be happy to have you on next year to talk about that, because I think it's so important. All right, use Pantone for your color palette. Yep, Pantone's also another really good site as well too. Well, Peter, got to shut down. Got the storm knocking you out. Sorry to hear that, mate. So it looks like Thailand's sort of really knocking things out. All right. Can't work out how to sign in on Facebook. I probably can't help you there, Victoria. But if you do sign in on Facebook, just go to the search bar. Just go and search for Business Owners Smashing It Online, and you will find us there.
I can find your site. I just can't work out how you're supposed to do that check-in.
Oh, okay. All you do when you do the check-in, just go to where you normally put a post up. So you just tap in where you create a post, or where you comment. You'll get you should get a menu pop. Oh, that's on mobile. It pops up from the bottom on mobile. But I think if you're on desktop, there's an option. There's a little toolbar down there somewhere that sort of allows you to check in. But if you can't find it, I'll dig it out and I can shoot you a screenshot or whatever at a later date. All right. Oh, look at that. Cybersecurity is talk. There you go, Soren. We've got some votes there for cybersecurity, so we could be in for that next year. All right. Well, that is a wrap for the cool online tools for this session.